I come from, as you noted, the little town on the prairie, if what people want to equate it to someplace in South Dakota. I'm in a cow-calf operation with my son, and then we also have a feedlot operation with my brothers and their families. And then the other part of my life, I'm a practicing attorney. So I'm a kind of a strange commodity in the industry. Well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see the way the scope of the world has changed in terms of sustainability in the last 5 to 10 years. You know, when this discussion first started percolating a number of years ago, we all thought it was really not going to go anywhere. But thankfully, NCBA was one of the organizations that grasped this issue early on and really ran with it. So sustainability, you know, by nature, farmers and ranchers are sustainable. We get the best message in the world to talk about because that's what we do for a living. And the fact that we now have the ability to go out and tell that message to the public and talk about the things that we can do in a positive nature, NCBA gives us a great platform to push that issue. I think you definitely can. And I think that's where my previous comments, that's where we're going. And we need to be responsive to our customer, and at the same time, we need to tell that story. So the consumer out there wants to know where their animals come from. They want to know really from pasture to plate. And the ability to tell that message and the fact that we can use cattle to reduce our carbon footprint, that's a great message to talk about. Well, part of that is educating the rancher and the producer that it's not a negative word. I mean, the original connotation with sustainability seemed like it was black helicopters and the government was going to know everything. And I think once the producer learns that sustainability is not a negative concept, it's a positive concept, they're grasping it much better. Where we have come from 10 years ago to where we are today on the issue of sustainability is frankly remarkable. So the producer out there now is beginning to understand, hey, I can put on my white hat. I don't have people shooting bullets at me about this issue because I've got the positive image and the positive message to say. I think continual acceptance and then taking it beyond the acceptance level and taking the sustainability goals and implementing them aggressively. That's going to take producer buy-in, but it's also going to take the public buy-in so that they understand we're all working towards the same end goal. And that is a better environment and an environment that is actually enhancing the economic viability of the producer. Because this sustainability isn't just talking about whether we have global warming or something like that. Sustainability is so much broader than that. And when the producer can see the monetary benefit that comes out of sustainability, that's when we really see this thing moving forward for the next 5, 10, 15 years. Well, if you look at some of the members of the U.S. Roundtable, you're going to see a lot of the people that we're working with. You know, it's a big umbrella. So NCBA works with everyone that falls under the industry, whether it's the cow-calf producer all the way to the retail sector. Because you can't just start with the cow-calf operator and let that message stay there, or with just the feeder, or with just the retailer. You have to bring everybody to the table. And I think that's what the U.S. Roundtable does very effectively, is bring everybody together. The neat thing that NCBA did in the last year and a half is really go out with producers and develop our own sustainability goals, metrics, and ours was producer-led. It wasn't led by outside forces. Our producers sat and worked through the process, and because of that, I think the goals have some really attainable levels, but they're aspirational, so we're going to have to work at it. I got a lot of friends that say, why are you sitting at the same table with X or Y? And my response is, if we don't hear what they have to say, if we don't all put our heads together and try and work towards some developed common goals, we're just burying our head in the sand. So you can't just say, because this organization maybe doesn't align with you 100%, that they are irrelevant or they don't factor, because that ignores the future and it ignores reality. So, you know, the new administration has emphasized sustainability, and because of that, it's more it's more on the forefront than it has been in the past. But that isn't such a negative process. We need to embrace that. Do we embrace sustainability? Do we try and work through those goals? Or do we get stuck in our own little rut and say, I'm a cow-calf producer, this is my role, it doesn't matter what retail does, or it doesn't matter what the packer does. So that's what this industry has to face. And I think that NCBA embraces all of that and gives us the mechanism to go out and lead for the future. So I'm excited about it.